What's going on YouTube? It's Donnie all day. So today I'm bringing you yet another offering from NedFoss. This is the third NedFoss knife I've brought you, and so far I have to say that the first two have done pretty well. I brought you one survival knife, a completely different one. It was one of their older ones, and that thing I still have going strong. It's actually a really good knife. And then there was this one that I brought you with the dope sheath. Man, that thing was awesome. But this one is the Free-Wolf. And I do believe this one is only like $40. Yeah, $39.99 on NedFoss's website. So it is the Free-Wolf. Let's get into all the specs here real quick. I just passed them. It does come in two different colors. You can get the black, which this is, or you can get an orange grip. So the Kydex sheath comes with not only an adjustable and on-off the belt sheath, but you can wear it either way. So you can combat carry, you can do whatever you want. This thing is really good. It's really versatile. This cage right here is extremely common, very universal cage. You see them all over the place because they work. And it's just a simple push button operation. Push the button, lift it up, slide it on if you want, or you can just take it on and off your belt. It also does come with a ferro rod and a don't touch my butt whistle. It's a survival whistle in case you're lost in the woods. But you do have a ferro rod for anytime spark making, so you can use it even in the rain, even in the wet weather. We're going to test that out today because we have some rain today. So it does come with some cordage, which is really good because you can use the inside fibers of cordage for fire making. You can use it for blah, 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 blah. To gather so you can make a nest and burn. So you do have not a full working choil. What it is, it's a pullback. It is harpoon tipped, and you can use it for like skinning. I am no fan of harpoon tips, but what they did is behind the harpoon tip, they made it full 90 degrees, full 90. So we're gonna do a little test because it's even 90 all the way up to the tip. So I want to use this harpoon in a way I haven't used one yet to see if it can do something that I think might just work in a survival situation. You have your G10 grips. They are screwed on there. They're really well. They're well textured. Very nice. You do have the lanyard hole, obviously. Otherwise, you wouldn't have a lanyard. It is hollow grind, really sharp, swedged to the front. Really, really nice. We are looking at a 9 1/4 inch total length. You have a blade length of pretty much 4 inches. You have a 5mm blade thickness, which is really, really nice. And you do have a Rockwell hardness of 58 in the Rockwell. So what I say is we just take this thing out and we go survive with it. Come on. All right. We still don't have any sunshine because we've been getting some rain, and we still have a little bit of smoke in the air, just a little bit. You can see it out this way. As a matter of fact, I'll show you. You can see the smoke is all through there. It's very, very hazy from the fires in Canada right now and upstate New York. They're coming down through the country all the way down to Virginia. Crazy. So let's get a look at this in the daylight. It's an attractive knife. It's really, really nice. So what I want to do is we're going to start right here. I knocked down a bunch of these weeds and little tree growths and stuff like that. And let's see, with just a simple push. That's not so bad. That's not so bad. Hey! So let's get that going. Now what I want to do is see if we can't get through a nice cut through both. And trying not to cut my I'm trying not to cut my hand off, trying to get it into the video. All right, so there we go. I got one fully cut and I have two fully cut. So it is a cutter. So now let's see, I didn't test the sharpness, the overall sharpness, and well, just like every other NedFoss, it is 100% shave sharp. Shave sharp. And I did get a little bit of sappy stuff on the blade. It still went right through those hairs. That's how you tell if something is sharp. So let's come down here. Now, I wanted to test something with this harpoon tip and see if I can't get something going here. I want to use the harpoon tip, the actual curl of the harpoon, to drag for. I want to see if this will work for bark peeling. And look at that. Look at that. So I'm finding that using the harpoon tip, you can actually make really nice fluff. This is something I've never even thought of doing before. It just popped into my head. I was actually in the car on the way home getting ready, thinking about doing this review, and it popped into my head, hey, I wonder if I can do this with that. So that is actually something that can work out pretty good for you if you need to make fluff. There's something. Now a lot of it's falling off, so I would do this in one spot where I could gather it up. But look at this, man. Look at that nesting. That's really nice. We're going to use this. We're going to take this over so we can get a fire started with this knife. But I mean, right out the bat, that's, I mean, come on, man. That's really, really good. That's really good. So I'm pretty happy with that. Test 1 complete. This thing is going to be able to make a fire. I guarantee it. So let's get you all set up here. Let's get you all set up here. I want to get you to the stump and lower you. Lower, not your expectations, just lower your height here. All right, there we go. There we go. Let's have some fun. Let's have some fun, boys and girls. All right, so let's do some 4-foot gravity drops, and we'll see how the bite is from 4 feet. See how nice and straight it falls. Really well. It's actually got pretty good bite. That swedge really works. Do a couple hard downward throws. Again, we'll check the bite, make sure there's no tip bending or loosening of the handles. And wow, that bite is really good. Bam! That bite is really good. You can actually see the dust from where I was knocking that bark off. That's over 1 inch right there. Pretty good. Pretty good. So let's take 1/2-inch nylon rope, see if we can't get a push cut. And wow, that was smooth. No saw action needed. That was just a straight push, straight through. I like that. Let's do a chop. We'll see how this edge holds up against the extension cord. It's got all the nice little metals in there. Bam. You even heard it hit that. Look at that. That's clean. That is super, super clean. All right, let's see. If we're gonna have it as a survival knife, it needs to be able to baton. So let's take a few whacks at it. Make some kindling here. Woo, the bugs are out today. All in my face. Now this is a very, very knotty piece of wood. Not very good for an edge. So we'll see how this thing holds up. Look at that, man, that just cruised. Let's do a little bit more. We'll make a little bit more kindling so we can get a fire going. I think I just interrupted an ant's nest. They are all over me. All right, so that is working. That is working, my friends. Let's see here. Let's see here. Nice hollow, oh, look at that. Nice hollow grind, good for making feathers. Look at that curl. That's crazy. So right here I can tell you that the edge geometry is very nice. And I need to get a bunch of these to get a fire going. So normally I'll just do a few and I'll stop. But since I'm actually going to light a fire with this, we're going to get a few more than normal. And really, really make a nice nest so we can get this thing going. I want a lot of feathers. I want the spark to hide into there and get a good area of to light. That's just really, really nice. Let's see, now I got to control and stop right before the other ones, and I knocked it off. There we go. So coming in both directions just makes the whole process a little easier. So if you can have feathers going in both directions, it's just nicer. You have a better chance of getting a light. And of course I just knocked them off. I should probably just do it the old-fashioned way. And even that, you're going to see you're going to get excellent curls. And so now I have plenty of room for the spark to go through. I mean, just plenty of room. So this is going to do really nice. And when I couple this with this kind of stuff that I made, it's going to be really, really nice to get a fire going. I'm going to crumple some, I'm going to dig through the wet leaves and crumple up some dry ones and make this all happen. So what I'm going to do is just see what I can get. We're going to make a nice little nest here. Under that bark, there's a bunch. All right, so what we're going to do now, we're going to take out the ferro rod, and we're going to see if we can't get us a nice fire going using our newly carved fluff. It's a shorter ferro rod, so I need shorter strokes. Let's see here. Gotta get my hands working. Gotta get my hands working. It's a new ferro rod, so I still have a lot of the black on there. Come on, baby, are you lit? Are you lit? Well, and just like that, we have fire. Let's get some of this fluff going. Look how quick that stuff burns up. Look how quick that stuff burns up. So, as a camp knife, obviously you can see it makes fire. That there is not so bad. That was actually quite easy to get going. Very, very easy. Let me put this out. All right, we have a fire maker. So what's the most important thing about survival is fire. Fire and water are the two most important things. If you don't have shelter, you can survive. You know what I mean? If you don't have food, you can survive. You can't survive without fire. You can't survive without water. Water being the most important. But you can't drink dirty water, so you need fire. All right, so let's get this going. Let's see what we can do on this guy here. Now I'm gonna use the rear of this G10 here because it feels really nice in the hand. And look at that. Look at that. I have no slippage. There we go. Come on. That's a nice hard piece right there. Let's see. Oh, you know what? Let's see if we can't get some. Oh, I got too much. Took off too much. So you need to make pit spikes or tent spikes or food holders, some kind of shish kebab. You need to make some kind of traps, anything like that. You do have an appropriate edge for all that. This knife it's just sharp, and sharp is good. Sharp is really good. That's one thing they do is they have great edge geometry over here. So just like that, now you can make weapons for animals. You could do pit spikes, things like that for trapping animals. Just all around, everything you're going to need it to do, it's going to do. Oh, it was in there. But, I mean, that's really nice. That's really, really nice. So let's keep going. Let's keep going, man. Oh, you know what? Let's do a tire stab. Let's do a tire stab. See if we can't get that through. Bam! That was easy, actually. Look at that. Cuts right through the tire. Opens it up. Really, really super nice. Really super nice. These knives, they aren't so bad. Let's try and see how sharp it remained. We got these dangling vines, so it's hard to chop a vine when they're dangling. Easy, easy, easy money. Let's go to the hard test. We're gonna try the plastic netting. Kills a lot of knives. I had one the other day. Tried to cut with a SOG, and the SOG would not handle this stuff. So let's see if this one's better than the SOG on the plastic netting. Let's see. Oh my gosh, way better. That SOG, if you remember, in the same exact spot right here, couldn't do what this knife just did. Couldn't do it. Look at that. Any edge damage? No. There's just sap on it. Man, that is not bad at all. For 40 bucks, guys, you can literally have a knife that you can take into the woods and survive with for 40 bucks. Is it gonna be your super steel knives or crazy things, $1 million blades? No, but all you need is for the knife to work. That's it, and this knife works. Let's see. Let's see. First try, baby. That's the first time I threw this knife. It's the first time I took it out of the house. That right there just felt good. That felt good, man. Let's see what we got over here. Let's see what we got over here. I know we have the soccer ball. We want to see if we can skin with this thing and test that out. I really like the grip on this. It actually feels really nice. I keep just doing this, like working my hands, and you can see the jimping here with a slight ramp. It feels nice. It feels nice in the hand. All right, so let's see. Bam, 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 bam. So do you think you could skin with this thing? Yeah, I think you'll be all right. I think you'll be all right. All in all, it's another NedFoss project that just works. It just works. You get something like this for 40 bucks, you're out in the woods, you're good to go. Now remember, most people don't spend a year at a time out in the woods. You know, you're generally there for a weekend. And if you're using this like this, general use, like real person's use in the woods, you're only going to be using your knife probably 5% of the time you're in the woods, right? If that. So holding an edge and keeping it sharp, I'll tell you what, man, I can go through an easy camp weekend with this without ever having to touch his edge, ever. I mean, I could probably stay out for a few weeks knowing how much you actually use your knife. I could probably stay out for a few weeks and have no issues with needing to sharpen this. And the best part about this, it's going to be an easy field sharpen. NedFoss did it again, man. For low money, they made a big knife. I gotta say, it's impressive. It's impressive what they do. I like it. It's a good blade. I'll tell you what, man. $40. I'm gonna put the link for NedFoss's website. I'll actually put the link to this knife down below so you can check it out. It's a really good knife. This is definitely worth the 40 bucks. It's worth 50 bucks. So to get it for $39.99, whatever it is, that's a good deal. All right, so that's it for this one. I am Donnie B all day. Until next knife.